Hey guys, welcome back everybody. Hope you all are doing great. Guys, today in this video I am going to show you how you can set up EVNG lab on VMware hypervisor in very easy steps. See, many of my subscribers and students are not able to set up EVNG lab, due to which they are not able to practice. And they were requesting me to make one video to set up EVNG lab. By the way, one video to set up EVNG lab is already available on my channel, but that video is old. I had created that video in 2024, and today in 2025 many things have been updated. So I thought to make one new video by using all the updated software to set up EVNG lab, and I am going to set up it over VMware Workstation Pro. You can use VMware Workstation Pro, you can use VMware Player, or you can use VirtualBox, or you can directly install it on the physical server also, right, on the ESXi. So if you have the hardware, then you can set up it on the physical device as well, right, with the help of hypervisor. So here my hypervisor is going to be VMware Workstation Pro. If you don't know what is hypervisor, so you can assume that hypervisor is just a layer on the hardware which allow you to create multiple operating system, which allow you to run multiple operating system on single hardware, right? This is virtualization. By default, let's say I have one hardware. So on this hardware, I can install only one operating system. Either I can install Windows, I can install Linux, I can install Mac OS, right? Any operating system. But virtualization allow us to create multiple operating system on single hardware, right? And how that is possible? That is possible with the help of hypervisor, right? So here we are going to create one layer, that is hypervisor, and there are two types of hypervisor: type 1 hypervisor and type 2 hypervisor. Type 1 hypervisor and type 2 hypervisor. I am going to use type 2 hypervisor. Type 1 hypervisor is the hypervisor which will be installed on the hardware directly, right? If you have the physical server, so there you can install type 1 hypervisor. Example of type 1 hypervisor is your ESXi. And if I will talk about the type 2 hypervisor, so type 2 hypervisor can be installed on the operating system. So let's say I have the hardware, my laptop, and on this laptop I am running Windows operating system. So Windows operating system is already running. And on the Windows operating system, I am going to install hypervisor, right? So you can see I am not installing hypervisor on the hardware directly. I am installing it over an operating system. So that type of hypervisor is called type 2 hypervisor. So what I will do on this Windows operating system, I will install VMware Workstation Pro, which is type 2 hypervisor. VMware Workstation Pro, and on the VMware Workstation Pro you can create now virtual machine, and I am going to create here one virtual machine, that is my EVNG. Okay, so guys, here you can see I have VMware Workstation Pro. If you don't have VMware Workstation Pro, I am going to put the link in the description to download all the required files. First thing is, I am going to put one link in the description, my drive link, from where you can download all the required file like VMware Workstation Pro, the latest version of VMware Workstation Pro, and then EVNG OVF file. See, for the EVNG what I did, because guys, setting up EVNG lab is really not easy. Many times it's not working, right? And after that, adding devices there is more complicated, like adding routers, layer 2 switch, layer 3 switch is complicated. Many people are not able to set up it properly. So what I did, I have created the EVNG on my VMware Workstation Pro, and there I have already added some devices like router, layer 2 and layer 3 switch, and I have added one firewall, I think 14.8 firewall, that is already there on my EVNG. And then I have exported this. EVNG for my students or for my subscribers. So you can use my EVNG OVF file in your VMware Workstation. So you don't need to add routers or switches or firewall there. That is already integrated in my OVF file. And from where you will download that OVF file? From the link which is defined in the description. So I am going to share this folder with you. this evng folder with you. If you will open this folder, there are 3 files you can see. Okay. And the another thing which you need to download is VMware Workstation Pro. And installing VMware Workstation Pro is very simple. Like you are installing any software, by clicking next, 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 you can set up VMware Workstation Pro also. You can install VMware Workstation Pro in your laptop. Right? It's very easy. The file is already available on my drive. You can download it through the link which is given in the description. And once you will have the VMware, first install it in your operating system. Maybe you are using Windows 11 or Windows 10 or Linux or macOS. In any operating system, you can install this hypervisor. Once you will install this hypervisor, then download this evng file also from the drive. From the drive, download this evng folder also. And after this, see what I told you here, I have already added the router, switch and firewall. So you don't need to add any devices. If you need any other device, let's say Palo Alto firewall or Cisco SA firewall, then you can add those, right? Those things is also going to be very easy. I will show you, right, in one another video. I will show you how you can upload the devices in your evng. For now, if you are going to import this evng in your VMware, then you will have router, switch and Fortinet firewall. Okay, so to import it, simply just click on file. Here you can see in the left top there is one file option in my VMware Workstation Pro, right? And some virtual machines are already there, like evng, ESXi1 or Windows 10. Like this, I am going to create one new. In your case, there will be no any machine, right? You are going to add your first machine, which is evng. So let me click on this file, and you can see here I have one option of open. Right, open. So you need to click on open, and you need to select the file which you have downloaded, the evng OVF file. Here you can see on my desktop there is one folder with name evng, and inside this folder here is my OVF file. So if I am going to import this OVF file, I will have my evng setup, entire evng setup. So let me click on open here. Right, it is asking for the name of my virtual machine. So name is going to be eveng, and one evng is already there, so I am going to make it 2. And after that, it is asking about the location, storage path, where you want to store all the files. It will automatically create some files and where you want to install that, right? So you need to define the location. By default, it have selected the C drive, but I will not recommend you to store it in C drive. But if you are going to store it in C drive, that is good, better, right? The speed is going to be much better. If you have a space in the C drive, you can install it in C drive. If the space is not available, you can change the drive by clicking on browser, then go to, let me do one thing, let me check where I can store all the files. Let me see in E volume. Yeah, in E volume you can see there is one folder evng2. I am going to use this one. Say OK and import it. I am storing there all the files. Now it will take some time. It will take some time. Maybe in your case it can take some more time, right? But you need to wait for some time. Once the file like evng OVF file will be imported in your VMware Workstation Pro, here you will get the virtual machine. Like right now I have 3 virtual machine, and after this importing I will have 4 virtual machine, right? And I will turn on this new added virtual machine, and after that let me show you how you will proceed from there, right? So this is the easiest way to set up evng lab, and this is for my subscriber only, right? For my students, paid student who have enrolled for combo course, I will be sharing the link of this video to set up the evng lab to my paid student. And if you are the subscriber, you can use my evng OVF file, because router, switch and firewall is already integrated there. So now you can see I have successfully imported the evng, and new virtual machine is here. You can see in the list now, but this machine is by default power off. Now I can power it on. If you want to modify the resources, like you can see I'm using 8 GB of RAM, so definitely you should use more RAM, right? So you can click on edit virtual machine setting. Here I have one option of edit virtual machine. So from here also you can edit these things, or by clicking on this virtual machine here in the list, you can right click and then you can go to setting. From here also you can modify the resources and networking settings, many things. So memory I am going to make it 60 GB. Processor, I am going to make it, I think 4 is sufficient. Okay, hard disk is 50 GB. I can increase it, but leave it. If you want to expand, you can expand from here. 50 GB is sufficient. Then network adapter. Network adapter is Breeze. You can select NAT also, right? NAT or Breeze. Make sure your network adapter is either Breeze or NAT. And then everything is looks fine. Let's say OK, and let me turn on this device. To turn on this device, I am going to click on power on this virtual machine. Again, it will take some time. After that, it will ask for credential. By default, credential to log in EVNG is root and if. Username is root and password is if. Let me write here. CLI credential root and if. This is the CLI credential, right? If I will talk about the GUI credential in the browser, how you are going to access. So for the browser, username is going to be admin and password is going to be again if for GUI access, GUI access. Okay. So let me check. My machine is ready. You can see it is asking for the credential root and password is if, EVE in a small. And you can see my EVNG got the IP address which is 192.168.1.3, right? So now I am going to put this IP address in any browser. Let me use this browser here. And here I am going to say 192.168.1.3. And you can see I got the web interface access. Here it is asking for credential again. So username over here is admin and password is same if. And let me click on sign it. Now you can see I got the access of my EVNG, and here some devices are already there. Like VPC is by default available in the EVNG. I have added the router, I have added the switch, I have added the Fortinet firewall. So I am going to delete it. And I think some more devices are there. If you don't need any device, you can delete it, right? Let me try to add any device here. If I need a router, so I will select the router. Here you can see IOL devices are there. VPC is there and Fortinet firewall is there. So we can add one more router here. For now IOL, this is switch 1. I am going to change the symbol of this device also. Let me make it this. And here is the operating system, the image, right? So you can see I have layer 2 device as well as layer 3 device. By default device is layer 2. I am going to leave it on by default and going to click on save. And here you can see my switch is ready to use, and this switch is working. If I will power it on, right click over here, you can see the switch is working properly. If you want to add the router here, you can install one more software that is called WinSFP, right? So I have already my WinSFP. I am going to log in to my EVNG in the WinSFP. IP address of my EVNG is 192.168.1.3 and username is root and password is EVE. Let me log in, and you can see I got the login. Security warning it's giving, update it. Okay, and this side here you can see left side is my local PC and the right side is my EVNG, right side my EVNG. So in the EVNG I am going to OPT. Under OPT unit lab, under unit lab go to add-ons, and for the router here you can put the image in dynamics in here in this folder. So let me open it, and here I have router image. Let me use this one 7200 router, or we can add this router also, these two routers. Like this you can add the router also in your EVNG. I will share the router image as well in the description in the drive. Okay, so I have added it. Now if I am going to refresh my EVNG, Now if I am going to refresh my event, you can see now routers are there, right? So like this I can use router as well now. Okay, so maybe by default you don't have router, you can use layer 3 switch as a router, or you can add the router through WinSFP. Through WinSFP you can manage your devices in the EVNG. You can delete any device, you can add any device. Let's say I want to delete the router, so simply from here I will delete it like this. Okay, in next video I am going to show you how you can install Palo Alto firewall in your EVNG. Okay, that's all for today. This is how you can set up EVNG in very easy way. Okay, just download the files from the drive and import it in your EVNG. Maybe router is not there, so for the router you can install WinSFP, and then you need router image, so you can download router image as well from my drive. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. If you are learning on this platform and if you are new, you have not subscribed this channel till now, then please subscribe this channel. In future I am planning to upload many more videos on this channel, but your support is required, right? So please support, please hit on like button, subscribe the channel, and if the video was helpful for you, if you are able to set up the EVNG, then please let me know in the comment section. Okay, that's all for today. We'll meet soon in the next video. Till then, stay safe. Bye bye.